What's the best anime live action adaptation? And some of these responses, not gonna lie, are very I should say like this is what I expected, I suppose.
Yes.
Couple surprises here and there. But right off the bat, I'm gonna go off of what I pulled off the Instagram. So again, guys, make sure that you're following the socials so that you don't miss out on any of these questions that get featured on these episodes. This person said, "One Piece."
Was that me?
No, actually, this was
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say I've been shilling One Piece all over the socials.
Yeah. Now, you know what? Rightfully so, though, because it's one of the big three. It's a banger. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure a lot of people love it. But hey, I can get this out of the way now because I'm gonna now pull up more responses. These are from folks on Twitter when I had asked, "What's the best live action anime adaptation?" And this person said Speed Racer, unironically.
Oh, the Speed Racer movie is really good.
Yo,
Have you watched it?
No, I've never seen it.
It needs to be on the list. It's I want to say it's like 2015 adaptation. I can pull it up real fast.
Okay.
It's super true to the source material. Super flashy. Kind of think of how Redline looked
Okay.
in anime form.
Okay.
Translate that to live action. It's not. It's more CG live action than it is like dudes on a racetrack. Right?
Makes sense.
It's incredibly well done. It's a gorgeous movie to watch, and it's very accurate. So,
Nice.
definitely, if you haven't seen it, it's definitely like a cult classic amongst the live action
Speed
series adaptation.
Yeah, Speed Racer is a show that it's a classic in and of itself. I'm very positive that like my dad would know Speed Racer. I think he actually
Definitely.
watched it as a kid. Or
Yeah, Speed Racer. It came out in '67 was when the Speed Racer frame.
Oh shit! Yeah.
But the live action came out in 2008.
Okay, so he definitely must have caught the reruns because
Yeah.
yeah, that's
He's
OD.
not that
Nah, what's crazy is I'm pretty sure that, not to put him out there, but I'm pretty sure that's how old my dad is. So he's as old as Speed Racer. Not I'm gonna lie.
There you go. Shout out Pops.
Yeah, shout out to Papa Ooch, right? Oh, side note, this man is hooked on saying, yeah.
Yeah. That was me when I first learned about it too. So I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
you go.
There it is. So then there you go. Then you said One Piece. So obviously there's a lot of One Piece responses.
I'm telling you, man, it's only gonna get better.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard that they were doing a One Piece live action adaptation, I was like, I mean, okay. There's certain like series that I can see getting away with it. Like, and One Piece is one of them. But for example, I personally can't see a Naruto live action adaptation.
It would be it would almost be too much.
Right.
Like One Piece feels a little bit more grounded. Yeah, there's like some crazy ass abilities that people have. But it's more like people on ships, pirates fighting each other hand to hand in combat versus a whole like ninjutsu.
Yeah.
You know, all of that. So all the taijutsu. I could see like a definitely more grounded, like if they were to do like this is the tuning exam and it was just like that versus like a whole entire series adaptation, that'd be pretty tough.
Yeah, like I don't know, like whenever I've thought about that, not to like stray away from One Piece, but like you know,
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, One Piece, you know, it's a show that I'm still, I shouldn't say getting into because I'm already into it. I love One Piece for what it is. I've said this plenty of times in previous recordings that I understood fully why people love this show just off of reading the first chapter.
Oh, it's so good.
I understood it, like I understood it completely without even seeing the rest of how this story was going to play out, because the first chapter sets a very nice tone, and the energy and like the atmosphere that's provided in that first chapter actually made a very decent impact on me as like a reader of, and I only started it like last year.
Hmm.
And so when, after I got done reading that first chapter, not even when I was done, like I'm saying like when I was like in the midst of reading it in general, and I was going through the pages and I was like laughing and like smiling, and I'm like every like the further I got into the chapter, I was just like, bro, like I get it.
It's just a fun ass story. Like
Yeah.
it's just childlike wonder. The whole thing about One Piece is dreams and everybody following their dreams and pursuing their dreams. And so it's very inspirational. Um, just so heartwarming. Everything about it, it's fantastic. And
Yeah.
starting off the story with, well, we don't got time. We won't do One Piece. It's
Okay.
I
All
could
right.
go all day on One Piece, but
That's fair.
Goldie Rogers, he's that man. He's the guy.
So,
So
so just to I guess since we're on the topic of One Piece, I will say that this is not the first response, because there was a bunch of other people that responded to the question, and I'm seeing one, two, at least, yeah, I'm seeing two more One Piece answers for this question. So it seems
shout out.
like that's up there. So like if I was to have time, which is, far for
Yeah.
'em,
Good
um
luck.
yeah, uh I would totally make a graph and, be like, "Oh, the best anime live action adaptations according to the people." One Piece, it looks like, it would be the winner from what I'm seeing here.
Might get some flack on this one, but the bar for live action anime adaptations is not very high. So to be a good adaptation, it's pretty low. So, but
Okay.
I will say the One Piece adaptation is much better than I think a lot of people anticipated.
Okay.
It's definitely not Dragon Ball Evolution. It's definitely way above that. So
The funny thing is, you bring up Dragon Ball Evolution. Thank God no one was memeing. And surprisingly, I was the only one that memed on my own post when I asked this question. Because, like, obviously, I went on the Full Power Podcast Twitter. I asked the question. I retweeted it for, the engagement to get people to see this shit. And I literally, when I quote retweeted, I was like, Death Note with the skull face. Because I was like,
make your brother's band, baby.
oh,
Give me him.
have you seen that one?
No,
Okay.
I didn't care to watch it.
I will tell you this, Joey. That is the type of movie you watch, of course, with friends that have preferably seen the original. They know what to expect, and then when they watch it, it's a shit show.
Yeah, just meme on it the whole time.
The funny, I'm thinking of, wow, all the memories just coming back to me now. The last and first time, or not first time, I'm sorry. This was probably like maybe the second time overall that I saw it. But the last time I saw this movie, I remember exactly where I was. I was not here in the US. I was actually in the UK. And this is when I was with Roxo and a bunch of the like foreign international Pokken players. And we were at our Airbnb. It was a shitload of us. It was insane how many people were at this house. And one of the dudes, I forget his name. It's been so many years, so I apologize, but he said he did not watch the new live action Death Note, because at the time that's when it first dropped on Netflix. And I shit you not, every single person that was in that room was just like, "What? You haven't seen it?" Everybody stopped what they're doing, and they were like, "Put this shit on right now for this man. He needs to fucking experience how..." And they were like, "You know what? No, don't even say what it was. We need the pure, authentic reaction." Bro, that was probably one of the most fun experiences I've ever had. And that is the only plus I can even like draw from any bad adaptation from something. When it was so bad, it just becomes something that it wasn't intended to be. A
Right.
meme, just pure comedy. And it's just like, it's a shit show at that point. You know.
You know what's sad about that movie specifically
Mm.
is that Willem Dafoe played Ryuk, which is like the most
Bro,
perfect casting. Like they had it nailed,
I forgot
and
about
it just
that.
yeah,
That's crazy.
which is a shame.
It is a
Green
shame.
Goblin, Ryuk doesn't get more demonic than those two. Like
See, if they was to ever run it back, I think they should at least ask him to do it again.
oh, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Willem
they
Dafoe is like a real life Shinigami, so it's just kinda like it just kind of works out.
that I like that. Yeah, he hearing his voice as Ryuk for an English version was perfect. But that's like the only good thing out of that movie. Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. So basically, I shit you not, the first opening scene, like the first minute, man's paused it like 3 times just to like
Sit and watch.
question. And he was
Oh,
like, what the fuck's going on here? It was bad. It was bad, but it was so funny because we were crying. Like we were in tears. Like we could not get through a full scene without him pausing it, breaking down what the hell we're actually seeing. And the whole time we're just like, it gets better. It gets better. But really, it got worse. You know?
Sounds like we need to do this with Crystal and Sarah. Is sit down with them and and watch it.
Oh man. See that? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a good idea. I'm just
Right.
imagining like how she's gonna react. Like,
Fall asleep. It's like Punisher.
yeah, she just knocked at that point. She was just so checked out that she actually checked out. You know what I'm saying? Like she was just not.
I blame her.
Yeah.
I do not blame her.
Yeah. All right. So some more answers that we got here that were not just One Piece. Oh, this person says obviously Cowboy Bebop. Okay. Is that a joke?
I did not watch it, so I cannot attest to how it was.
So I did just notice on this comment they had an upside down emoji, which I'm guessing
Oh yeah, they hated it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably what that meant. Unfortunately. Yeah, and as I'm reading that and understanding the context now of this response, unfortunately, I do now recall people weren't happy with that adaptation when it did drop. Which is unfortunate because Cowboy Bebop is another hood classic, or you know, a classic, right? Which admittedly is a series I never finished at all, and I feel like I've seen random episodes, like you know when it was just on Adult Swim back in the day, but I never got back around to it. So
It's definitely one of those like sacred things that if you're gonna want to remake it or make it a live action, like you need to do it right, or else you're gonna get chastised for
okay.
any wrongdoings you do to it. Because it's so the series itself is just like is perfect in its own way,
Perfect.
right? Perfect. And so if you mess with it at all, you try to change the formula or do something different, you're gonna get met with criticism. So it's tough. You know, and I think that's kind of the way with most anime adaptations, which is like going back to One Piece. Oda worked like hand in hand with Netflix to develop the series to be the best version that it could be,
Makes
which is
sense.
what you need, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like if a Naruto live adaptation was going to happen, Kishi needs to be like in that room, like with those people, being like, no, this is Naruto's needs to look this way. His hair needs to be this spiky. Minato has to be dead here. Like this is, you know, like this is everything that needs to happen, right? Like it can't not be there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you
that's
could see it one day.
yeah, that's something that I do want to talk a little bit more about now that you mention it. I mean, we only have a few more responses from this question anyway.
Yeah, let's get through them.
Okay. Other than that, I'm seeing. Ooh.
Oh, that's that good.